Hello, my favorite fellow wrestlers. My name is Johnson166, and welcome to the Draw My Life. Now, the reason I am doing this is because I want to show you my life. So, here it is. We have 128 subscribers. And I wanted to show you guys how I became. So I was like any regular kid. I was born there was birth. I was born any kid was. My mom, it was my mom. It was my dad. It was my sister. And then there's me. Few years later, like 4 years later, there was Creeper. And then 1 year later, there was Rainbow Pony. So, before Creeper and Rainbow Pony were born, it was just me, my sister, my dad, and mom. And then my dad basically said, "Screw you, go find your own home." And my mom agreed with him. So there I was, little 1-year-old kid, me, not knowing what was going on. Then my sister was basically the only one I had. So, and then that made me happy. And then Creeper was born 4 years younger than me. June 4th. So then, when I was 1, my mom met my stepdad. So he was all like, sure, you're beautiful. And then they got me. So they started talking for a bit. I don't know what all happened, but they started talking for a bit. And they went to bars. And then lots of other stuff happened. Then Creeper's born. And then we get my first console, which was the Nintendo 64. So I would be playing that a lot. And I went from being this depressed kid to being here. And this was basically me now. And a few years after Creeper was born, well, a few days after Creeper was born, our house caught on fire. And I didn't know what was going on. So my mom was still in there. My sister was at school, so she wasn't there to witness what happened. So here I am, still just all confused. And my mom's in the house. And it burns to the ground. And she almost dies. So we went to the hospital. For my mom. And they had to basically hook her up to something to get her to start breathing again. And then there was still me, like, what the heck's going on? I was never explained anything that was happening. So there my mom is, laying there, and here I am, confused. And I don't know what's going on. So then, second grade comes up. Well, then I went to elementary school. I always wanted to go to school. I always wanted to get the experience of going to school. So I was all excited. And then when I was there, lots of people, well, a few days into school, there was lots of people there. And they basically said, screw you, I don't like you. So we're going to pick on you. And here I am, all depressed again. And still me not knowing what's going on. People were more harsh than they used to be. And nobody cared. So I would never really understand what happened when I had friends. Then, so I would always go home with tears. So then my mom would be all, what happened? So then I would tell her. And she got real mad real fast. So she just told me to stay away from them. And those tears went went bye bye. So those tears said, peace out. I'm out. I want to die. And I would try, every time my cousin went over, I'd try to make jokes. And he would be like, that's not funny. So then those tears would come back. And then, when I was 6 or 7, I cussed at a teacher. But barely got it in any trouble. And then by the time I hit puberty, things started to change. I mean, people started being a little bit less mean. And I got more friends. Up to now, I've got like, since we moved a lot, when 2010 came up, we finally got the Xbox. As my life went on, I would never switch to any game console. I would always be in love with the Xbox 360. Now, I know sometimes people change their minds, like with the Xbox One. Bumped up the Xbox 360, but the Xbox One I didn't really care for. I was always going to stick with the 360. And that's it. So, I hope you liked it. This has been the draw of my life. Bye.